Alright, 12.2 has to do with translations, and you're going to just learn to identify and draw translations. Remember that it is a transformation where all the points of a figure are moved in the same direction and distance. Okay, so, and this is important, the translated figure is congruent to the pre-image, so there's no dilation, no scale factors, anything like that. Right, and so a translation is a transformation along a vector such that each segment joining a point and its image has the same length as the vector and is parallel to the vector. So really what I'm doing is I'm taking A and I'm just sliding it up to A prime. Okay, so also some notation real quick. When we talk about this vector, we use the greater than, less than symbols, and the A and the B just represent the horizontal change and the vertical change respectively. Okay, so, and we'll look at some examples to kind of go through this, but here is just kind of a summary of the different translations. This A would represent a move along the x-axis or parallel to the x-axis. The 0B would represent a change horizontally parallel to the y-axis, and an AB change would be something where you change the x and the y value by those A's and B. Alright, so example 1, I'm just going to describe that change. Here's your D, E, and F coordinates, and then this vector means really that I'm adding 3. You're taking your x value and you're adding 3 to it, and then you're taking the y value and you're subtracting 1 from it. So if you notice, from D to D prime, we went right 3 units, so this distance would be 3 or plus 3, and then I would go down 1 unit. Alright, so the vector change would be coming down this way, parallel. Alright, same thing with F and F prime. We would go 3 units across and then 1 unit down. Okay. E, same thing, 3 units to the right, 1 unit down to get those coordinates. Alright, so let's look at one without anything. Alright, so let's look at this example. R is going to be at 2, 5. S is at 0, 2. And T is at 1, negative 1. U, 3, 1. So I'm going to connect these. And then the vector says to go down 3 and left 3. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take my R prime and I would do 2 minus 3, which would give me a negative 1. 5 minus 3 would give me 2. S would then be 0 minus 3 would be negative 3. 2 minus 3 would be a negative 1. T prime would be 1 minus 3 would be negative 2. Negative 1 minus 3 would be negative 4. U prime would be 3 minus 3, which would be 0. 1 minus 3 is going to give me a negative 2. Okay, those would be my points. Then I'm going to, now I can graph those. It'd be R prime. S prime would be negative 3, negative 1. T prime would be negative 2, negative 4. U prime would be 0, negative 2. Oops, it would be U prime. Alright, and that would be your image and pre-image.